Hello everyone, welcome to today's debate. We can go to the same school and share the same classroom. So, can you tell me when this day will come? Is it tomorrow, next week, or in 100 years? Not possible. That's not the right time. Freedom's time is always now. Now is forever. No need for passionate debates. Instantly, one thunderous applause from the audience, and some viewers couldn't help but clap. But the next day, the teacher was taken away by the teacher's father rushed over with a lawyer upon hearing the news, but seeing the increasing crowd, the sheriff started getting angry. He firmly stated he wouldn't release the teacher, and the father had to mention the sheriff's previous illegal action. Are you threatening me? No, sir, I wouldn't do such a thing. What does that mean? Is it about killing democracy and the Texans? Do you really want this? If you release Dawson back home, I believe those individuals outside will follow suit and return as well. Just like that, the father convinced the sheriff with a few words. This showed the power of words. The debate team regrouped, and the teacher drove them to the next match, but what they saw on the way was chilling. They saw a black man hanging from a tree, burned to a crisp. The teacher immediately turned off the lights and signaled the students to lie down to sneak past. However, those sly white people quietly turned on the car lights. Upon seeing the driver was black, they rushed over. Luckily, the teacher's driving skills were top-notch, and he quickly turned and sped away. This allowed them to escape danger, but it still had a huge psychological impact on them. Henry got out and went to the bar to numb himself, and the next morning bought a ticket back home. This gave the team their first debate on stage, but they still couldn't get it together in the arena. As law students, facing the outrageous behavior of whites, they found themselves unable to fight back with legal weapons. The so-called fairness and justice seemed so hollow at this moment. Not surprisingly, they lost this debate badly. Upon returning home, the team tightly embraced their father. He finally understood why his father chose to compromise, but it didn't stop there. The teacher was investigated for attending a workers' rally. Thankfully, he received an invitation to the Harvard debate competition. This was the most prestigious international debate stage in history, and the teacher's eyes turned red, because he finally had the chance to let black voices be heard across America. The next morning, they arrived at the train station, ready to embark on their journey. But just as they were about to board, the teacher said he couldn't go with them. So, a few students embarked on their journey to Harvard alone. No sooner had they gotten off the train than a Harvard student found the trio. He told them this would be the grandest debate in America, and there would be a nationwide broadcast, which is exactly what the black community hoped for. Then, they stepped into the Crimson Debate Hall of Harvard for the first time, staying on campus for the first time. What is their goal? What is their goal? What exactly is their goal, really? This felt like a tale from 1001 Nights. It was all too amazing. This made them genuinely feel hope for obtaining respect for the first time. Just as everything was developing positively, a sudden letter broke the silence. Harvard learned about the words from Wiley College and suddenly decided to change the topic. With merely 48 hours left for their match against Harvard, FOMO promptly rang the teacher, unfortunately, to no avail, as no one picked up. Thus, they started looking through materials to write the debate, but soon broke into a dispute. Pace. See the outcry. They were utterly shocked to find that even the server at Harvard was so well informed. Then they had a fierce argument over the opening words, and hot-tempered Henry stormed out. Maybe it was escaping reality, or irresistible pressure. He was ready to chill. Yet he discovered black people were relegated to dark corners. Meanwhile, whites were in luxurious cars, a black and white world unfolded before his eyes. Emmy suddenly recognized that this was the way to achieve the equality they had longed for. He decided to go back to his place and write the debate was against Harvard all night. He decided that Farmer would be the main speaker. Henry asked again, why isn't he here? Because he is a strict voice, embodying the essence of truth. The debate was held as scheduled the next day, almost entirely with white people present. And on the other side of the radio, it was the exact opposite. Everyone was unusually quiet, scared of missing this grand moment. The Harvard president finished his speech, starting the debate. First up, affirmative debater Farmer. The topic was passive resistance as a moral weapon for justice. Farmer recounted the Amateur massacre in 1919. Thousands of people gathered to resist the brutal British rule, and General Dye confined them to a square. He then ordered the troops to fire into the crowd for 10 minutes, resulting in 379 deaths. Among them were elderly, women, and children. Afterward, General Dyer actually glorified this act as a moral lesson. In stark contrast, Mahatma Gandhi and his followers chose the path of non-violent resistance. Under their leadership, the people occupied the government building. Those who refused to budge were beaten, but they remained steadfast. Their actions forced the British authorities to release Gandhi, who called it a moral victory. As soon as Farmer spoke, the audience erupted in applause because his argument hit the core of the issue and provoked deep reflection on the essence of morality. At this important moment, don't forget to subscribe to support us in sharing more stories.